What are you shaving? Selfie time.
Oh, I had it on record. I wasn't taking pictures. There we go. Oh, we're on. Dude, you got to tell me when we're on.
I didn't want to interrupt your dating site pictures.
How did you know? Plenty of here I come. Oh my God.
Yeah. Can't wait to see that on our time.
That's a thumbnail right there. Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's actually a recording of me doing this.
Yes.
There's a recording of me doing it on here too.
Oh, is there? And you got pictures? Damn.
Pictures. Let me show you my favorite one. Oh shit. I bought a $2,600 camera to take stupid sexual pictures. Hey, that's not gonna work. Hey everybody, this is Out in Left Field. I'm Nick.
And I'm Jeff.
Have we ever decided who the co-host and host is?
No, we can't, because the problem with that is we have so many imaginary friends that it'll start a fight. Next thing you know, it's getting.
Sorry, Jim Bob was talking.
No, it's too early for a beer, Jim Bob.
Never too early for a beer. This is not water. It's vodka. Oh, that's rough.
What are we talking about today?
We are talking about fishing in all its glory. Not just any type of fishing. Like I'm talking about like fishing fuck ups. I can't put fishing fuck ups, so I'm putting fishing for, you guessed it, laughs. Fishing for laughs. As Bill Dance used to say, "Oh, damn it!"
Love them bloopers.
The whole thing was a blooper. I don't know if I've actually seen a serious show.
Right.
My favorite, I think I told you this before, my favorite for my dad's birthday, I went to Bass Pro Shop and I bought a blooper reel. And we were watching him fall into the water, break his poles and all that good stuff. And one of my favorite ones was whenever he hooked a fish and it came back and his treble hook from his lure stuck in his thumb. I mean, stuck in his thumb. And he's like, he starts, freaking out. And then he's like, you know what? No problem. This is why I use, or this is why I bring, what the hell is it? Peroxide. And so he pours this out, that little brown bottle, pours it out, and he soaks his thumb in there. He's like, all right, we're going to soak our thumb in here for about 10 minutes. My phone or my thing just keeps blowing up. We're going to soak it for about 10 minutes and pull it out. And I'm like, oh, I've never seen this before. My dad looks at me. He goes, you know that it didn't work, right? And I said, what do you mean? He goes, it's on his blooper reel. I didn't put two and two together. I was like, oh, shit. So he soaked it, and it got real, like when you take a shower, like real wilty and stuff. Yeah. So then he takes his pliers and he pulls on it, and oh God, it didn't work. You don't have to go to the hospital. Damn it!
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Oh my God, I've never done that. Thank God. I have caught. I have a bluegill pole, and it's like a little ultralight. You know what I mean?
Right.
I use that just for bluegills. So I catch bluegills. Now it's different because I love panfish. You know, I think bass and bluegill taste exactly the same when you cook them in the same pan. I could be wrong, but I'm not. So, but, so I had this little ultralight and I hooked one and it actually like bent over my pole. Now it's an ultralight, but you get a little bluegill, it's not doing that. Bent over and I pulled up and it was a bass. And so I pulled up on it, spit the hook out, and it stuck in me right here. I actually got a scar on my tattoo because of it. Oh, that pissed me off. I swear that son of looked up and like smiled at me and just like went back under there. I pulled out into the water a couple times.
I'm fortunate, and you didn't on us when we were young.
Whoa. So, repeat that because you were cutting in and out real bad.
Okay. I said we're fortunate that we didn't have cameras on us when we were younger, like when I was in my 20s and stuff, and fishing, because my whole life back then was a blooper reel. It was nothing went as planned.
No, it definitely wasn't. And but I mean I loved that when I was a kid. I remember my buddy Andrew and I we'd always go up to Girl Scouts, Girl Scout Lake, and they called it that. Do you know why?
No.
Because they had a Boy Scout camp on there.
What the hell? So they girls in the lake? What? Got a Girl Scout lake?
No, they had a Girl Scout camp over there. That's where they taught them how to sell cookies and stuff.
In the lake?
They sat around a bonfire and explain the cookies and all that good stuff. I actually don't know what Girl Scouts do. Were you ever in Boy Scouts?
Cub Scouts.
Were you?
I dropped out right before they got to one of the stages that you went through was called We Blow. We don't. So,
no, we don't.
We blow. No, we ain't blowing.
No.
I heard about that Boy Scouts. Watch the news.
No, I was never in Boy Scouts, but I ate a brownie once or twice.
Yeah.
No.
Man, I was just at the store the other day, and they're selling the end of the year product. The Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts are, and they got the popcorn and everything. And this kid, a little chubby kid, he's pushing the product really hard, and he's like, "Yeah, this is $15. This is $15. This is $20. Or you can get the box with this and this, for like $30." And he's like, "That's a $5 savings." I said, "Yeah, I didn't want."
So
those are cheap jobs.
That's cheap. My daughter plays soccer, and her best friend, her crush, her wannabe boyfriend was selling popcorn. So I said, "Oh, I'll buy a box." I didn't ask how much it was. It's a box of popcorn. I can get top secret for like $6 at Walmart. I paid $25 fucking for this box of popcorn, and it tasted like shit.
Yeah.
How do you mark it up 4 times?
Right.
The cheapest thing on the planet was $25. I was pissed.
Right. Wow.
God damn, I gotta have them tag-alongs. I'll give you my entire paycheck for your fucking radio flyer full.
Tag-along?
Girls. Tag-alongs? That's Girl Scout cookie.
I never heard of them. I didn't know they sold anything but Thin Mints.
You don't know? You make me want to scream.
Oh, Thin Mints are the best.
No, they're not.
Here's how you eat the Thin Mints, okay? You keep them in the freezer. You get them nice, crisp, cool, and then you crumble them up on some good vanilla ice cream, and there is nothing this side of heaven better than that right there.
Why has it got to be vanilla? Why can't it be chocolate?
Because it's already got chocolate on the cookie. You don't want to turn that chocolate out on the cookie. There's a whole art to this now, okay? You do know that I have a pending lawsuit against the Girl Scouts, right?
I had no idea, no.
Oh, yeah. The whole Thin Mints is a misrepresentation because after 12 boxes, I've actually put on like 15 pounds.
That's actually a good argument. With all the sugar in there, you're going to gain weight. So, and they don't tell you that they put cocaine in there. That's what part of the white is.
Right.
So you just got to keep buying more. What is it, $10 a box now? So you're out $120 and you're addicted to cocaine? That's awesome.
The only thin part's where it leaves your wallet.
That's true.
Oh, we can dip into that.
I don't like anything mint, like at all. My ex-wife, whenever we would, buy Girl Scout cookies, she'd always buy 5 boxes of Thin Mints and 1 box of Tagalongs or 1 box of the peanut butter or whatever. And I was like, what the hell? She's like, well, I leave 2 here and I give 1 away and I take 2 to work. And then, so when she says she gives 1 away, she kept it in her car. So she'd eat them on the way home. She'd eat them while she got home, and then she'd eat them on the way to work. Then she'd eat them at work.
I get that. I have a problem with the granddaughters getting in them. Oh, I love them things. Yeah. I 5 boxes though. I don't think would cut it for me. I'd need about 10.
I haven't had Girl Scout cookies in since COVID hit.
Yeah. You got a restraining order or something?
No, it's coming up this year. They're going to be knocking on my door.
The cookies put a restraining order on my fat ass.
Little Francine's going to knock on my door, and I'm going to look at my people, and she's going to point at it and rip it in half, and then show me the box of Tagalongs real slow.
Oh.
All right, so
and then when you open the door, Francine used to be Frank. So I'm legal.
Did I buy popcorn off you last year?
Yeah. Dang it.
That's awful. The peanut butter cookies?
Yeah.
You can actually crumble those up, put them in a blender, put some water in there, make them into dough balls, and you can use them as stink bait. That's the only reason I buy them. I put them in pantyhose and use them as stink bait. Give a little spray of crawfish in there.
If you use pantyhose, you don't have to even spray them. It's got the nice fish smell.
That's true.
We could do a whole cooking show like that of things you can do with Girl Scout cookies. We should do that and help promote them,
I can think 15 right now.
Right. Next time we can't think of anything to talk about, we'll do that. Of course, we don't have that problem.
What you do, Samoas used to be my favorite. Then I got tired of fishing out the coconut. Oh, I brought it back to fishing. I knew it was coming for a circle.
I'm not a fan of the coconut.
Now, what you do is you take the Samoas, you dip it in cream cheese, and then you eat it. And that's why you gain weight like I did.
I thought I heard you say cream cheese.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize through an international effort to pressure.
He's talking about cream cheese and Samoa cookies right there. That's right.
Oh, okay, what's your best fishing story?
Best fishing story. Okay, I'll tell you one. Get out of there. Okay, so best fishing story. I love catfishing. So I went, it's called Bischoff Lake. And I went up by myself on the dam side. Okay. And when you go up it, you can go straight up, which is really big. I don't recommend it. Or you can go the long way. And up there is like a little campsite. Well, I was going to camp. Well, I was going to not camp, but I was going to be there all night.
Right.
And so I started a fire as it was going down. I don't think you're supposed to. Oh God, this has been probably 10 years ago, honestly. And I actually got scared because there were coyotes in the field behind me because there's a cornfield right there. So I shit you not, I heard rustling in the back. And then I heard a coyote that yelled, that real high-pitched one, and freaked me out. From then, because it's pitch black up there. There's no lights except for my fucking fire that doesn't go very far.
Right.
And my pole went off. I was like, shit, I'm fucking scared. And I hooked it. And I'm pulling this thing. And then it starts taking some drag. And then I swear to God, I heard it stepping behind me. I actually jumped in the water because I was so scared. And I looked, and I have a bat, or I have a catfish on one hand, and I have a knife on the other in the water. And I'm knee deep. And this thing's still pulling and taking drag. And I look, and where I was sitting at, my chair, I heard it, and it was a fucking bullfrog jumping behind my chair. That's what scared me. I never saw a coyote at all that night. It was a fucking bullfrog.
Damn it. That's funny.
I caught the fish, though. I ate that son of a bitch.
Did
I'm getting wet for this. I was done after that.
Right.
I took my shit and left.
Oh, mercy.
Scared the shit out of me. All right. What is your best fishing story? Go.
Best fishing story. The whole funny thing about a fishing story is most of the time the best ones, there's nobody out there to witness it. Gosh, there's so many. I fish a lot. I love fishing. But I can fly fishing's my thing. And I will take I was down at my local fly at Trout Stream, and I was by myself and everything, and I got lazy and I let the floating line go, and I should have dressed it, but I didn't. It was sinking. It was a hot summer day, and the course of Trout Stream is spring fed, and I let this thing go and just put all the line out I could put out and let it go. And I started pulling back in, and all of a sudden it got tight, and it's like, oh, crap. I hit it like an underground tree or something. I'm snagged up, and it's in the deep area, and I just couldn't believe it. I took and pulled on that son of a gun, and I kept snapping and pulling at it and everything, hoping not to break a knot. And after a few minutes of me yanking on this pole and pulling the line, trying to get some back in, the pole lit up. There's a freaking fish on there, a 21.5-inch brown trout on there. And I was so excited, man. I got that thing. I fought it. And if you've never been trout fishing in a stream, what they do is they fight you. Once they realize they're hooked, they charge upstream. So the whole idea is to get in front of them with your net. And that's my approach to it anyway, is when I see them coming upstream, you got to keep pressure on the pole. And when just before they come by you suck that net down there and let them swim right into it. And then you got them because they're buried in the net. That's the way I landed that one. That's the way I like to land the big ones and stuff. But I remember being so excited and just whooping and hollering and screaming and everything. And I'm looking all around me, and it's like, man, there's just nobody here to tell about it. But
your heart's racing. You look around, and you're like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I suck. I have no friends. I'm alone. Well, it's just me and you.
Right. I made a friend with a trout that day. Oh shoot! Not really a funny story, but I do have some. I remember I had a boat. We went to Lake Erie, and I had my son with me. He was the first mate, and I took my boss and my best friend with me out on the boat. We were walleye fishing that day, and we're headed out to where we fish. And there's white caps out there, so the boats are bouncing and just doing everything, rocking. And
what's a white cap?
A white cap's where the waves get so big it turns white at the very tip of it.
Oh,
kind of like a mini surf, I guess. So the waves are about 1.5 feet, 2 foot, which is pretty substantial. I mean, a little 19-foot boat's getting thrown around.
Sure. And
my son's back there. He's rigging up the poles because that's what his job was when we went out. And he's got hooks out, big walleye hooks out, and he's putting these giant night crawlers on the hooks while we're going and bouncing and getting thrown around. My boss is like, how in the hell is he doing that without hooking himself? And I said, he's been doing it long enough. He's hooked himself enough to know not to do that. And he goes, no, I've never seen anything like that. He said, boy, he says, I'm here to tell you. He says, you're a master baiter. And that name stuck to him to this day. He's near a boat, I'll call him that.
This is how you know that, what's his name?
Christopher.
This is how you know Christopher got stuck. That's when you hear that. That's when you throttle down. And you go with your pliers and peroxide and pull that hook out of his hand.
Oh shoot! And one other time too, water's still cold up there at Lake Erie and everything, and we're getting in some pretty shitty weather. And I'm trying to keep as much water out of the boat as possible. I'm new. Trying to keep as much. Get on the boat.
Anyway, you know what that reminds me of, right?
What's that?
The attack of the mics.
Right. Oh. There can only be one mic in this world. Okay, back to the story. We got an open bow boat, so there's a cover over the front to keep the water out, and it snapped down. But the pole that went in the middle got pushed out. So instead of it being tinted up, it sunk down, and the water's coming and funneling right into the boat.
Right.
I turned to Christopher and I said, "You've got to go up there and put that stick back under as I'm driving. 'Cause I'm trying not to get the waves and stuff coming over the bow." So he's laying down on the coolers, and he's up under there as he's doing that. And just as he did that, I looked, and the big wave come up, and I hit it so a little bit of the water came in and run over the top. He had just got the stick up, and I hit it so the wave came over the front of the bow, and that wave dumped right down the crack of his ass. Like 40-degree water.
Talking about an ice bucket challenge.
Yeah, right.
Shoot.
To this day, he can't watch that fishing show where they go get them crabs and stuff.
Yeah, be a sketch. He's got like twitches and shit.
Yeah. I had none of the blankets. Stop it! It's not funny.
Daddy, no! every time that wave crashes, he fucking yells.
Oh, he let out a scream. Yep, that was it.
Oh shit! He might have done this. He might have done this too.
No, I think he was too puckered.
That's why it sounded as loose as it did. Usually, it just goes.
Damn it.
I don't know, Christopher. Christopher, you can watch this. I meant every word.
Yeah. We're with you. You just don't have a sense of humor.
I still have no idea who you are, but still. Okay. Well, hey, we're going to wrap it up for Fishing for Laughs today. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Tell all your friends about it, or we will show up to your house and do a live podcast on your front lawn and make you call the cops on us. Because why not? That's good TV.
Be on cops, too.
Oh, crap. What do you got to say about that, Joe?
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
That's right. Okay. We're out in the field. I'm Nick.